area that I can personally recommend very highly. I bought my first home in Kingswood in 1980, and I'm the son of a realtor. What does that tell you about the area? I currently choose to live in Kingswood as well, and can only suggest that it's a brilliant position to live in. More about that in a moment. My name is Stephen Venn by way of introduction, and on my left-hand side is the lovely Gavel, who's dressed to the nines for a wedding today, looking fabulous. Mr. John Miller, you might have met John, my business partner, on the way in, and also Michael Wilhelm here. We all have our Harcourt's gear on, of sorts. Yep. And we proudly represent Harcourt's Venn Miller, the local Harcourt's agent, situated just down the road on Goodwood Road. We've been in real estate since the 70s in various disguises. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, folks, this is one of those properties that we can very, very highly recommend, not just for the area, but for the integrity of the property itself, which I'll talk to you about in a little moment. I'd like to thank our vendors on that note for bringing this exceptional property for your competitive and spirited bidding here today. We sell today using the standard auction conditions, which have indeed been on display at our office for 3 clear business days prior to the auction, and indeed for 30 minutes here on site also prior to the auction. Now, amongst other things displayed there, besides the conditions of auction, is the contract, the Form 1s, the various legal searches required under the Act, and also the certificate of title. You may have taken the time to notice that it's a clear title, which means you can bid with great confidence on this home, knowing there's not going to be any curveballs thrown at you between now and settlement. Well, folks, the following conditions apply to the auction as binding contractual conditions, and they simply are: you're buying today on a cash, unconditional basis, not subject to any conditions such as a cooling off period and the like. Any registered bidder may bid in person or by their proxy, and when you do that, if you could please display your allocated bidding card quite clearly. Hold that up for us so Belle and I can see without any problems at all who indeed the bidder is today. If you're not sure, or you still want to register during the auction even, come forward and Mike will help you register here today. Well, folks, of course, you may or may not know the auctioneer may refuse a bid. It's not considered in the best interests of the vendor. As the auctioneer, I may make up to 3 vendor bids, up to but not including the reserve, and if I do that, I'll let you know that they're vendor bids. The bids are indeed with me. So the highest bidder at or above that reserve price shall then be the astute purchaser, and I will not be taking any bids. Pretty much as simple as this: after the hammer falls, which is basically such as that, then the property is deemed as being sold. No bids will be taken after that. Well, folks, the purchaser is then, of course, required to come forward. Pretty simple. Sign the contract and the Form 1s, pay 10% of the purchase price, and that may be done today or on Monday or sometime over the weekend by EFT. Now, 30 days, 10% is the general rule of thumb. Some of you have sought variations on those themes. You know who you are. That's been okayed. Otherwise, it is as read. And lastly, of course, the property is at the risk of the purchaser from today's date. And that simply is take out a cover note over the property to protect your obvious interests in this fine property. If you've forgotten to do that and you've registered and you think, oh my goodness, haven't thought of that, we'll remind you of that when you're happily signing the contract or nervously signing the contract, whatever it may be. So don't even be concerned about that. We'll be able to help you sort that out if you haven't given that any thought this morning. There's enough to think about, isn't there, when you want to buy a property? The property we're selling today is situated at and known as 58 Tat Avenue here in beautiful sunny Kingswood. It's contained and comprised in Certificate of Title, Volume 5161, Folio 196, included with the sale today, nothing unusual, all fixed floor coverings, all fixed furniture, all fixed window treatments, etc. And also the exclusions today are personal effects, loose floor coverings, loose furniture both indoor and outdoor, together with all potted plants and garden ornaments. So if you think basically the property, if you turn it upside down, whatever falls out goes, and whatever stays in the property will stay with the property at settlement. That's a pretty simple way to think of it. The zoning to the City of Mitcham is Residential Central Plains Policy Area 9, which is a fairly low density development area, and you can see that from the quality of real estate generally through this suburb. We're sitting here on approximately 370 square metres of land, and the property is circa 1955, 1960, depends on which church you read, but it's about that. Folks, just for a moment, just reflecting on that land size, I know it feels a lot bigger than that, and I think it's because it's beautifully balanced here on the block, the way the home sits on the block. You obviously have the great advantage of having rear access off Hillview Road, which is indeed a one-way street, so you don't get the buzz of traffic whizzing back and forward. It slows the traffic down nicely. Double lock-up carport, of course, off Hillview Road. This obviously doubles and couples beautifully with the paved pergola that's already here. So if you're an entertainer, or if you just like to sit out the back quietly and have a glass of wine or a cup of tea, and this is a fantastic position for it. You also, of course, have a beautiful parcel of lawn there as well as a grass patch out the front. So it's a really lovely balance, nicely landscaped throughout, a very, very low maintenance home. There's no question about that. It's really a lock up and leave sort of home where you can just forget about having to do anything. Because as you well know, and the reason you're here, inside the property, it's completely renovated, inside and out. New kitchen, new bathroom, new bathroom laundry, I should say, new timber floors. And the other thing we really love about the kitchen setup is your brekkie bar. You've got that position there beautifully for your prees before you go out, Bill. It'd suit you beautifully, wouldn't it? And also, if you're entertaining people, your dining area, you can see where your guests are in the living and lounge and dining area at the front of the home. You would have also noticed, of course, that you have the advantage of the corner window and that beautiful northern light streaming in the front room, and you also have the advantage of the northern aspect in that front bedroom also. Built-in robes, both double bedrooms, first and second, and of course you also have the third bedroom, which can also double, if you like, as a second living room, or indeed as an office, because you have the advantage of having the separate entrance here for the back. There's a lot of other things we could say about the home. Reverse cycle, ducted air included, of course, with the property. You have a full bath, a separate shower. The bathroom's bigger than most people think, of course, so is the kitchen. Well, as I said before, I think it's a beautiful balance, the way it sits here on the block, and the home is just a fantastic design. Well, folks, just a tiny bit about the area. Very close, obviously, to public transport. Tate Avenue here, this is the bus I catch into the footy and the cricket. Adelaide Oval, it's really close to the city. You also can get the train, which I've done many times, also going into the city. It's a fantastic position in terms of that aspect, public transport. What are we, 20 minutes away from the city on a bad day? Something like that, really close. Mitcham Primary School, Unley High Schools, all walking distance. You also have St Joseph's Primary, where my kids went, and also Mercedes College. It's a great school, that's where my three went as well. And also, of course, you have Scotch College close by. We're just so laden here with facilities. Restaurants are all close by, coffee shops and the like. And of course, also you have the Mitcham complex. Not just a major shopping centre and little shops around that support it. It's also, of course, has the facilities of the theatres, which are fantastic. TA's just down the road, so's the Ed. I know those by heart, don't I, Bill? I can walk those as well. So, folks, that's enough about the area, I think. I think you'd probably agree with me that the property indeed pushes all the right buttons of things that we love about Adelaide real estate. Why the market's had such phenomenal capital growth, and I believe it will continue yet. And you can just enjoy the fruits of your labour, just enjoying the property. The good thing is you don't have to do anything, but you work hard during the day, you come home and just enjoy it at night. And the weekends. It's beautifully quiet. Well, you can tell how quiet it is. All you can see from here is the trees. You can even hear the birds, can't you? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree with me. I've done enough talking so far. I'm in your hands now, folks. Bid an offer, please. Somebody start us away here. 58 Tate Avenue, here at Kingswood. What have we got on Clips all weekend? Very memorable day to buy a purchase, isn't it? In your hands now. Tell me if this isn't normal. Everyone's a little bit shy. All you got to do is hold this up, call out a figure. If it's not too cheeky, we'll run with it. What do we have, ladies and gentlemen? Sometimes we find that somebody bids strong up front and knocks the rest of the competition out. You can play this however you like, folks. We've got a number of registered bidders here, Belle. Everyone's a little shy. Over to you now. What do we have? If you're 18, sweetheart, I'd let you call a figure out, but I don't think we better do that. What do we have, folks? In your hands. Somebody start us away, please. Somebody commence the auction now. Down to the business end. This is an English-speaking audience, isn't it? Who's going to join me here in Kingswood? It's a great place to live. Hard to get real estate here, let's face it, particularly in this sort of price range. We've been quoting what we think is a pretty reasonable figure. Up to you now. Your call. I'd rather not have to start you off because I can assure you I'll be starting higher than you want me to. Oh, right. We'll give away a bottle of Arras champagne to the opening bidder. How's that? Now, I know that it's a local, it's an Australian champagne. That's why we try to encourage instead of French. I think it's better. Arras bottle. Who's bidding now? Bottle of champagne to enjoy your purchase. Just hold your number up, please. Well, I'm quite happy to be the first bidder and get a free bottle of champagne. What do we have, folks? We have multiple registrations here. I'd rather not start you off.
550.
Thank you, sir. On the left-hand side, 550 now, bidder number 8. Very lucky for some. Bidder 8, 550 now. Thank you, sir. 550 with my starter. On the left-hand side now at $550,000. At $550,000, make no mistake. With my starter now at 550 now, at 550 on my left-hand side at 550. $550,000, bidder number 8 at 550 now. At $550,000, ladies and gentlemen, at 550. Looking for $50,000 rises if you like from here. But it's up to you if you want to break me down. On the left-hand side at 550 now. I'll call it 3 times. First call at 550 on the left-hand side. We're here to sell the property today. We're not mucking around. Second time at $550,000 on my left-hand side.
10.
I'll take your 20, sir. If you want to break me down to 20, I'll take 20s. A little too early to go to 10, sir. 570 now. Thank you. 570 now. Bidder number, you see that bell? 2. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the bidding. Bidder 2 now, right in front of me. It's against my starter on the left-hand side. He's coming back in at 90. 590 now. Thank you, sir. At 90, it's against you, sir. Can I say 610 for you? 590 now on the left. $590,000, clearly bid and offered on the left-hand side. At 590, it's against you, sir. At 590 now. Not too late for anyone else to come in. $590,000 on the left. You're coming back in again, folks.
If I can do 10.
All right, sir. I'll take your 10 now. Thank you, sir. Number 2 at 10 at 6. 610, sir, if you like. Right here now at $600,000. Make no mistake, 600. Right in front of me now at $600,000. Clearly bid and offered at 600 square. Who's at 610 now? You're coming in. Anyone else? You're welcome to come in anytime you like. At $600,000, right in front of me now, 610 if you like, sir. Back with the starter if you like. Right here now at 600. 600 now, looking for 610. $600,000 now. The bid's in front of me. Once at 600. Unbelievably cheap. Twice at $600,000. Are we all out? Are we all finished at $600,000? Thank you, sir. At 610 now. At 610 now, can I say 20 for you? At 610 on the left-hand side, back with the opening bidder. At $610,000 now, bidder number 8. Number 2 coming back in if you like, sir and madam. On the left-hand side at 610 now, at 610. At $610,000, you're going to do a little dance for us, madam, with that jingle if you like. 610 now on the left-hand side. At 610, looking for 620 if you like. Not too late to come in at 20 now. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the bidding. Bidder number 3 at 620 now. At 620 against you, sir. You can come back any time. At 620, this is where I would have liked to start, but we're at 620 now. At 620 now, make no mistake, it's with on the right-hand side. The keys are here. Make no mistake, the keys are here. I'll call it again 3 times if you like. We don't want to go below 10s. On the right-hand side now at $620,000. You've been a good bidder, sir. Stay with me if you like. You can come back in any time. 20 now. 20 now. On the right-hand side, first call at 620. Second call, the keys are here. Thank you, sir. At 30 now, at 30. At 30 now. At 30 now. You're making me earn my money here. At 630 now, at $630,000. At 630 we have. Clearly bid and offered back in the middle now at 630. $630,000. You know what? You'll be thinking in 6 months' time, a year's time, this is nothing. This is no sort of money. We're here in inner metro Adelaide. Beautifully balanced block, completely renovated, everything's done, folks. On the right, against you, on the right, it's with you now, bid of two, right in front of me, at $630,000, make no mistake. Do I call it again 3 times? You're coming back in, sir and madam. It's well worth it. First call then at 6:30. Yes. Thank you, sir. 40 now, 40 on the left. He's a gentleman, knows his value. 40 on the left. At 40 now on the left-hand side, at 40 now. At 40 now, we're getting warm. We're warming up here at $640,000 on the left-hand side. Back with my starter at 640. Back with my starter at 640. Coming in again, folks. We're on the right-hand side. Everyone's money's the same colour to me. 640 now. You've been a good bidder, sir. Don't leave me now. We're just getting to know each other. 640 now on the left-hand side. I'll call it once on your bid, sir. All right, sir, you've been a good bidder. I'll offer that to you at 5. I'll offer the same to you good folks if you like. 45 now, 645. 645 now, I think that's back with 2 now at 645. $645,000 back in the middle now at 645. At $645,000, I know there's 3 other registered bidders here today. I hope you didn't think you could get it less than this. 645, very rare to find real estate for this sort of money in these sort of locations. Kingswood is a very, very fast moving suburb, and I'm glad I bought back in here. At $645,000, make no mistake, right in front of me now, 645. First call at 645, giving you a little bit of thinking music. Second time at $645,000. Are you out, sir? He's out, definitely about that? I've seen that turn into that a lot. I know you know what you're doing, sir. Second call, third and final. Are you done? Are you finished? We're going here, ladies and gentlemen. I've called it twice. Third and final, right in front of me now. You're done. Are you out, folks? I need to know. Are we selling here? If you can judge a property of this calibre for $5,000, you're a better judge than me, folks. That's all I can say. We're down to a measly $5,000 now. What does that get you these days? Probably a nice outfit for a wedding, Bill. That's what it'll get you. Right in front of you, done. Are you finished on the left-hand side? Going, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get final instructions from my vendor. We're just slightly under reserve price. I'll keep your bid there, folks. You acknowledge that bid. I'll be right back. And we might have to come and talk to you folks, but at the moment we're dealing with you guys as the highest bidder. We do have a new reserve price. We have an increased bid here of $647,500. You acknowledge that bid, folks. If there's no further bidding, the property is going to go. And I know we all get sick of looking at open inspections every weekend. We get sick of having to get building inspections and all put offers forward and everything. Now is your last opportunity to secure the property. So I can't be any clearer than this. If there's no further bidding, the property is going to be sold at $647,500 to bidder number 2. Going once. 51. Thank you, sir. At 651 out of the blue there on the left-hand side. At $651,000 with a gentleman who certainly knows his value, and I trust that you do too, folks, and you on the right-hand side. $651,000 on the left now at $651,000. Bidder number 8 on the left-hand side at $651,000. Looks like he's enjoying himself to me. Kicking back there with his shades on. What do we got here, folks? You're coming back in, 651. Any further bidding? Once. Twice. 2.5, sir. 52. We're down to ones then. Come back again if you like. 2. I've seen that turn into that once this morning already, Rob. 52 then. Bids with you, folks. Bid of 2. 52 now. 652. $652,000 now. Clearly been offered in the middle. They want the property. Anyone else want it more than them? First call then at 652. Second call then at $652,000. You out? You finished? Are you finished on the left? Third and final. The property is selling. If there's no further, make no mistake about that. Going. Third and final. And gone. Congratulations and well bought, folks. Welcome to the neighbourhood. Commiserations to the underbidders, and thank you for being here indeed this morning. If you do need us to sort your real estate matters out, rentals or sales, make sure you come and talk to us. We are the local Harcourts agent.